teams, which they just did. And we have ArF as a Thor, Torgale, Isis, Bastion, Poseidon, and then we have Oranos, and Isis, GVT. That's interesting choice. Oranosis are not all that great on Anatolia, I would guess. So let's check the starting position of ArF. Bastion, so has those sheep, or rather goats. Does he see the piggies? No, just chicken. And no, he doesn't see the piggy, but he sees a nice fish right here. So that's a good spot for the early dock. And what is he gathering? Yeah, he is going for the fast start on water. And he has every right to do so. Right now ArF is in the middle. So he is going for some water. Yeah, he is. And he is committing to the left side, it seems. Or a right side. No, this seems like right side actually. That he'll be helping Bastian right now. He is going for wood, so he's definitely going for the water as well. But how's it looking here for Torgeir? Does he see the boar? Yeah, he actually sees the boar, so he'll be having a pretty nice start right there. But his fishing spots are, well, I was just saying not that great, but they are actually pretty decent here. Actually pretty decent. And we can see the ArF, he's actually going for both sides. Well, that's an interesting choice. Yeah, he really trusts in his abilities, and he found a very decent one on this left with 3 spots of fish, and on the right side, well, he doesn't really see anything right now. He could at least gather this, but I kinda think he will want to leave that to Bastian. Moving on the GVT side, we can see that Tadao has committed just to the right, so it's going to be double on the right side, and well, nice fishing spots right there. And Alfheim also pretty close, so he is in a nice position right there. Preparing for the goats, but not yet. He is starting on the berries. That's kinda unconventional, but okay. Same goes for Tadao. He is doing the same thing. Doesn't seem... Oh, he sees the boar, so... Not sure why he isn't switching. He will probably switch later on, but no problem. And the only one from GVT who sees the piggies is Matapato, and that's going to allow him for some nice early start. See some nice fishing spots. That's cool. And we see a pause here from Torgale for a minute. And in the meantime, we can check how the map is looking. First to check is this 10% hero speed relic. That's pretty cool. That could actually help even Oranos here, because once you hero them, they could be pretty fast turmas for Aiden. Do we see another relic? This one. And Bastian is just saying fast mythic for tier. Yeah, that's for ArF. So not Ragnarok, but this. Interesting. Anyway, getting back to the relic here. 20 villager food carrying capacity. Oh wow, that's nice. That's a very nice one. And well, GVT are already aware of it through this scouting, so I would kinda expect Tadeo to get it as soon as he can, because that's pretty good. Looking at the DCs,
Yes.
not really anything bad here. Everything seems to be more or less in order. This will be the most important, I think, from pretty much both teams' point of view, because it doesn't seem to be protected by any cliff, and it's kinda in the middle of the map, almost guarding these gold mines, but this gold mine is pretty stupid because it's being covered by all those berries from 2 sides, so it will be very hard to get it from. That's not something you see often. And this TC will be also interesting because, again, not really protected by cliffs, so kinda openish and interesting to see. How's it looking here? Well, Is ArF actually aware that Tadao is just on the right side here? Well, Arafang is definitely so far building on both sides, and he will be prepared to help his teammate on any side, and he will definitely need to do it on this right one. Not really sure anyone is going to advance just yet. It's quite early, 3:15. Maybe some Moranosis. Matopatu could be advancing earlier because he has very nice spots for fish, and at the same time he had the pick, so he might be ready to advance. I think the fastest of them all. And Alpha might not be far behind. He has also nice spots here for the fish. And we can see that Tadao is going hardcore, as he should, and building second dock right here. Still not sure if ArF are actually aware of this, but they will be soon enough once the advance is hit and the first ships actually go through. Harafang is not advancing yet, but he will be soon. We're here in 4 minutes. Anyone else? Bastian is just preparing right now and gathering from the pick. He could potentially get there soon. So far it's just though Matapato is almost halfway there, so that's, yeah, as I said, going to be a decent time, like 4:50. It's not really bad, and it's going to be similar for Alfheim actually. So these two will be early on, and they will probably try some nice raiding. And we have another uncovered relic, which is Templar research costs are cheaper. Okay. Not impressed, but why not? And we can see that Tarawa is actually building on the left side as well, mirroring Arafang's efforts. Right now Arafang is doubling on the left, but just one on the right side, so he might be battling on the wrong side of water. Well, that's gonna be very interesting to see. Right now, Arafang just saw this, so he might be actually interested in building second dog here as well, before it's too late. First ship preparing, second dog, yep, and battle will be raging on soon enough. Okay, those three guys are going, yeah, after the dog, obviously. And yes, Arafang definitely needs to build another dock right there. Not sure if this isn't too close, he might have gone a bit further, because right now the oracles might see it, but it doesn't really seem so. They possibly do not, because they don't really have all that many tiles of line of sight, so they apparently do not see enough right now. But come on, Bastian, are you through? Yeah, you are through, so you should be really helping already. But you're not. That's interesting. Maybe you're going faster, Heroic? No, you're going for second TC, so I would expect you to be pumping some units there. Unless you are actually just pretending to go water. That would be fun. Still no boats. Still no boats. Well, left side, no battle yet, but there will be soon. And it doesn't really seem anyone is preparing either. But Torgil's Isis would probably be going faster heroic. He has a lot on gold. So he might be, yeah, he's already building armory, so he should be coming up soon. Well, Tadao is very daring here. Building barracks right in the middle of the map. He has the cover here from Rafang, but still. But anyway, the building is up, which might be a problem for ArF. Because on the water they're definitely losing, for pretty much obvious reasons, because starting ships right now is kinda late. It's not like Rafang can do this all by himself. Even though these three docks are a very good defensible position, that's three docks firing at your ships, that's pretty decent right there. But still, the numbers are definitely in GVT's favor. And once they can actually, through land units, take down these docks, this right side of the water could be quite easily in GVT's hand, which is kinda unexpected. And we see nice forest fire cast on Alfheim. Nice. Good job by ArF. That's going to be kinda nasty downtime in the wood production, because he is going all the way back here. But going back to the battle, dock is down, so that's one shooter less. And as you can see, GVTs are still keeping an advantage, though Bastian on the two TCs should be having quite decent economy and might be actually able to outspam his opponents right now. So in the end, GVTs might be a tad too late to the party, but still this land army is kind of something ArF did not count with, I would think. And we have ancestors from Torgale right into the middle. Alfheim's base. So will they tank the TC? With the Pharaoh here. That's going to be close if ever. Come on, come on. Are you really going for the units here? Yeah, he decided that he can't take down the TC, which he really can't because of the supporting fire of the Pharaoh, I think. So he just wants to kill some willies here, or cause at least some downtime. Well, he's dealing damage here, so Alpha should really be careful. That's one willy down. This one will be down as well, come on. Come on, yeah. Just before she died, Pharaoh is dead as well. So that's, wow, 3 willies dead. That's pretty brutal right there. And even though GVT are really taking this water, yeah, they shouldn't really be losing this anymore, especially because of the land army. Well played. On the left, right now, ArF are pretty much safe because there's no battle going on. And since Torge is in heroic, he will be spending some sea chips and they should be taking this left water for themselves. At the same time, Torge is doing some very nice job of building a very advanced base, and he will be stealing a third TC from Tadao actually. That's going to be pretty bad for them. Otherwise we can see that Bastian has taken third TC as well. He's taking his 30C and ArF is camping right in the middle of the map, denying GVT any chance of actually doing anything in the middle and protecting his TC, and right now waiting for resources to actually pick up his second TC as well. Well, this is secure through the Migdol, so this is just a question of time before Torgil takes this TC as well. And while Bastian is trying to steal a fourth one as well. Wow, nice. Sunrise raiding him from Matopato is quite nice and supported by ancestors from Tadao. So ArF is having some hard time right at this base. And well, GVT is just responding in kind to the raiding from Torgale. And this might cost ArF some willies, but will it be enough to actually do some lasting damage? Seeing how many TCs ArF are actually stealing, I'm not really sure it's going to matter all that much. Yeah, the water on the right side is decidedly in GVT's favor. On the left side, well, that's a lot of sea chips, and that's a lot of hammer ships. So even though the Valve sea chips is quite a nice army here, they need to be careful against this spam of hammer ships because they have decent attack, they are quick to make and quick to move, so they can wreck this army quite nicely. Yeah, ancestors are gone. Some raiding is going still from red, as you can see on the minimap. I just want to see this battle, how many sea chips actually die. Obviously not enough because the dock is gone and green doesn't have anything else here, so this is pretty much a GG on the water there on the left. And these guys... And... Hello. Hello. So there should be this TC gone. One direct hit. And yeah, there it is. Goodbye. Alfheim is on 0. But he is already building a second one. So... It's not like he will be without it for too long. Or will he? ArF is supporting with some nice raiding. With medium raiders. And that's going to cost Alfheim his release. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. And Bastion was actually trying to steal this TC, well... They're really not taking any time, ArFs here. They are going for it hardcore. They are going for it very, very hardcore. I can just laugh at all this. Matopato is actually trying to steal a third from Torgal right now. You can see on the minimap. I just want to see this battle and this strategical situation pan out. It really seems like GVTs are going to lose Alfheim's base altogether. But yeah, this is really in ArF's power right now. So let's quickly check his base though, because there's a lot of red dots. And he's being raided here. Right now he noticed and he has to go back, but this is a lot of willies that won't be gathering. That's 24 willies, not gathering anything right now. That's serious data downtime. But towers and the DC and finally some nice army here is going to take care of red here. So that's problem solved. And Matopato is not really successful in actually stealing the TC. He has to retreat a bit here because Torgel found him out. But yeah, he was just going for the TC, and with the willies, you won't be able to solve anything here. Why doesn't he take this one though? It's free for the taking. Matapato is through Mythic. He's probably the first one. Second one, ArF Torgale and the Meteors. And this base of Alfheim, well, is successfully protected actually through Tadao here, because it was ArF just all by himself. And Bastion has lost TC, and he's trying to rebuild, but not with great success so far. And this will take a bit more effort to actually protect, because GVTs are going with their full armies, and yes, this is not going well for Bastion right now. At the same time, I see some nice green dots in Bastion's middle base, and that's Ellie's. And they should be... oh, yeah. They should be taking the DC if they actually survive. And that's Bastion's use of Curse. Quite nice. That's a lot of resources gone for green. And, well, GVTs are slowly taking battle back to ArFs. That's kind of surprising, because ArFs were really expansive there. And were doing some nice stealing of TCs. But right now it's kind of coming back to bite them, because all that effort extended them quite a lot, and they weren't really in a position to protect all that. Right now Bastien is casting Ceasefire, because he probably wants to secure this TC, I think. Or... what is it? Yeah, it was that, and protect the TC of ArF, I think. From these destroyers. Yeah, there's a lot more coming. They definitely need to take care of their home base. But yeah, casting Ceasefire, having just one really build this, you really need more, and this guy is far away. Yeah, I have my worries, this might not come up soon enough for Bastion. And we can also see that Tadao is trying to take back this position here in the middle, where Torgil should have taken this TC much, much sooner. At this time, though, it seems like Taro is not really ready to push back here. Even though he has decentish army, he should just put everything in there and wait. Because it doesn't seem Torgil has enough release to build this in time before the ceasefire hits its end, so should really be going there. And as I said, Bastian is really racing here, and this doesn't really seem like a winning battle either. If you just send this siege tower here, it will be done deal. Yeah, but if you mismanage the micro here, Alfheim, the TC might come up. Come on, Bastian. Send in the Willy. Yep. Yep. Okay, so that was another waste of ceasefire, it seems. But at least Torgil's TC came up, because as I said, Tara was late here. He should have been here sooner. But right now, those 4 siege towers, well, it won't be enough because of loaded Willies and mercenaries. Yeah, he should have waited there, and he would have taken the TC down. But not now. We can see nice Tartarian gate right into Anatolia base, and at the same time into the middle of the trade route. That's the most important part of all here. And you can see that ArF doesn't really have any army here whatsoever, so that's going to be costly. This TC is finally abandoned by Bastian, because there was really no way to actually keep it alive. Forward base is getting destroyed by Alfheim, who is coming back into the game quite nicely, considering one time he was on 0 TCs here. And Matopato is also doing quite a nice job here. Well, that's a lot of destroyers and a lot of army. That's going right into Arafang's TC. That is going to go down without a doubt. And he will be housed quite badly. How's it looking in his base though? Well, he had to call all his army back to actually get rid of this Tartarian gate. And he will get rid of it. But not that soon. That's a very nicely played shockwave. Actually keep it up for a bit longer. But right now it's gone. Looking back here, the Arafang's DC is gone. But he might do better if he continued right here in the Bastion and all those ghost Willies. Oh, and here are nice Willies as well. Some nice opportunities for Red Raiden. That's not enough army. That's not enough army, and still Arafang is having trouble actually destroying those Tartarian spawns. They are still doing damage and keeping his farm time on a very low numbers. And Bastian is trying some build-in spam here. Yeah, that's a good idea because a lot of the damage is going here. And right now those destroyers actually should be taking this TC down. Or not. Actually, well, this is close. This is very close. And a bit of a misplay here. Because Arafang is not concentrating on these. He's not concentrating on the destroyers, but rather on the insignificant units. But still, wow, he was right at the nick of time. He was able to destroy destroyers. Well, that was real close. You can see 124 life. That's as close as it gets. On the right side here, Bastian is trying to somehow get to the 30C that he so desperately wants. Arafang is through Balder, so yeah, we'll be seeing some Ragnarok when he's in a better position. Right now he's not really in it. And Bastian is through Mythic. He's probably, yeah, through Hephaestus, so he will be doing some nice nonsense here with mythical Greek units. And I just want to see the temple here. Where is the temple? Here is the temple, but not just yet building colossi. But soon enough they will be there. So far all these hoplites are doing nicely, but they won't be doing nicely against the archers for too long. And we can see that Tadao is eating through the middle as well, with the help of Son of Osiris and some raiding from chariots. How's it looking with upgrades? Oh, decent ones, at least the base lineup, and better pierce armor. And the battle is still raging on though, in ArF's base. ArF is in Mythic though, at least some decent upgrades, and red upgrades has none. Yeah, that's a problem. He should be really concentrating on getting upgrades, because otherwise he's not going to advance anywhere. And these towers from Bastion should really help quite nicely in protecting the base of ArF for good. He shouldn't be having that much trouble. This very forward base from Matopato is quite nicely done. 4 or 5 towers, 50 is being built, and the palace is nice. And we can see that Tadao is actually moving through the middle here, and he is taking TC right at the doorstep of Hafang. It will be his fourth, and that will allow him to spam mercenaries. It's pretty dangerous, and we can see that Bastion is just waiting with Feliz here. He was preparing to take this TC, but he can't right now. And we have a Tartarian gate. Do GVT have some god power here? No, they have nothing that could get rid of it. They have nothing that could get rid of it. Tarao is at 4 TCs. Well, as a negate, that's a problem, and we can see they even GVTs still have free TC right at the back of their bases. That's pretty interesting. We could have seen Ragnarok being cast. Decent, very decent upgrades. So that's going to be very strong, and yeah, this won't be here for too long. This won't be here for too long, and we can see quite a nice battle right there through the flaming weapons. Yeah, not even the mercenaries are really going to be enough here. And even though a lot of nonsense is going on here, Heroes of Ragnarok are really going to slaughter any nonsense here. Son of Osiris is dead. Titan Gate is safely on, and it will stand. I don't really expect Red or any GVT for that matter to do anything about it, really. And this army of Heroes of Ragnarok should really storm through the middle like a plague. You can see that on the left Torgil is doing a very decent job through all his catapults, actually trying to stop this tower spam from Matapato, and he has to retreat with his Phillies from here. He was preparing to gather gold here, I think, and he really needs to go back to some safer gold. This one doesn't seem really all that safe, but this one right at the back of his base, it's at least something. At the same time, on the right, Bastion has finally used up, is finally using his full advantage of the Colossi. Are they gold? Yes, they are gold. And that's TC down and buildings down for Alfheim. And Bastion might in the end, before the game is over, take this TC that he so desperately wants. Yeah, he already has 4 guys. This one that is gathering all the 5 from the buildings is being restored from the wood. That's pretty nicely played. And another Colossi coming in. Yep, that's nasty. And Bastion is actually the correct player to gather the TC here, because he needs all the population limit he can get to spam more Colossi, and ArF really doesn't need anything. He has the army through the Heroes of Ragnarok, and he soon will be having quite nice Titan here. Left army is trying to help Torgale, which it will. It should be really a deciding factor here, because not really any army from Red can take it down, especially without any upgrades, considering ArF has all there are. Tadao has at least some nice lineup there, so he's not all that bad off, but Pato really could use a lot more of them. Here in the middle, still the Colossi are really the force that ArF is having a real trouble actually getting rid of, for obvious reasons. That's just how it goes with Mythical Greek. And Tadao is having all kinds of trouble actually helping his teammate. And, well, ArF is just going through the middle with some fire giants. Titan is coming up. Hello, boy. He won't probably be in time for the Titan gate of the red, because that's through the whole map and that's not really anything they can do about it. Right now ArF has Helios, so if he has some army he can pretty much stop second Titan gate from ArF if they're not careful about the Isis monuments. And we can see yellow, yeah, finally going for DC. Once he's at 5, that's going to be a nasty army. Those guys are going for another DC, yeah, reducing ArF to 1. And right now ArF is pretty much out of the game, I think, because at 2 TCs he will be housed quite nicely. And this spam, yeah. But still, Tadao is doing a nice job here in the middle, playing the pocket. Through his catapults, he will be denying, at least for some time, Bastion. Because right now it's pretty much 2 versus 1 on this right side, 2 GVTs versus 1 ArF, versus 2 GVT versus 1 GVT and 2 ArFs on the left side. Yeah, Heroes of Ragnarok. I expect them to be going here. Or are they trying the Titan Gate? They are actually trying the Titan Gate, and they might get there in time. They're not that far away anymore. So, will they get there? They will. They will. Yeah, 10% is too much. Pato would have to do some nice building spam, which he doesn't seem to be doing. And right now he is, come on, you have to take this one and build another one here. Whoa, this is close, this is so close. Hit it, and... well, they are in time, but I'm not really sure they can take it down altogether. Actually, I'm pretty sure they can't, because there's not a whole lot of them, and if Pato at least does a decent job, you should be getting rid of those Heroes of Ragnarok. And ArF is helping here. Well, that was a huge vortex. A whole 3 units. But actually, it might have bought ArF enough time for his Titan. That's a whole another deal here. And then once the Titan is there, which it is, well, right now I can say, well played ArF. That was damn well played, right at the nick of time, and it went awesomely well for you. Good job. Game ended by a very nice play by ArF, and otherwise, yeah, ours were just storming through the left with Thorgale. On the right, Bastion was just eating through Alfheim and Tadao as well, who wasn't really up to par to do anything significant against a mythical Poseidon with Colossi and ups on 5 DCs. That's really nothing you can do. GG. This was another very entertaining game. It really looked like GVT could take this. They really had very nice pressure there, but just couldn't keep up. ArF simply outplayed them. That was very nicely played from ArF in the end. Not in the middle really. In the middle that was really GVT's game. And nicely played from them. But the skill prevailed, it seems. Good job. Good job. Let's check the post game. Bastion MVP, well, because of all the TCs and the early boom there. And well, quite an insane echo. Even better than Torgale as an ISIS. $134 civilians, that's okay for a Negi. Although it's getting on the high, it's really getting on the high there because it leaves little room for a true military, but if you have decent TC placements, you should really be fine. Because it will allow you to pump mercenaries into the battle to make up for the lack of population limit. Tadao was doing the best in military count. Yeah, he was really doing well there. He really was. And buildings lost. Not really interesting. Torgale was getting slaughtered the most. Or rather least. And research count, yeah, Matapato, he didn't really have any upgrades on his units. So even though he was doing well with his early pressure, he just couldn't stand the mythical units there without any upgrades. He had 13 minutes into Mythic. RG11, that's also pretty great. But without the researches on the units, unfortunately, it doesn't count for that much. And you can see yeah, this is really nice. You can see Torgale and Tadao with those Eggies really running away, and Bastian was running together with them because he had nice boom, nice position for TC taking, and overall nicely played. And this was pretty much where the game started to end for GVT, and Matopato started to decline. Alright, nicely played, and ArF win this 2-0 after some very intense battles. Good job.